तो ढाका जाएगा, उसको वापस लाना है।
You want to survive, you do exactly as I say.
Something's wrong. We can't get you out. Leave the kid.
I'll get you.
Hello and welcome guys, welcome to ITG eSports India's SCRIM, and today we are following with two Irangus, one Sanok and two Miramars, and this is your host SK9. Welcome all to the stream. I hope you like your stream, do like the stream, and let's carry on with the plain path, with the daily chit chat we will be having on stream as usual. Yeah, so we can see teams are taking their positions in the zone, in the map here, and we see Georgia Paul has been shared with two teams here. Stream Sniper did get an early kill on Billy and a house. Salman actually, sorry, my bad. Salman got an early kill. That's 1 point to them. That's, I think, that puts them. Yes, that was the first kill. Billy and the house was the first one to leave us today. All right, so we see there's a big mess here in Yasnaya today, with three teams sharing the court. Let's look at the other parts. Where do we see any other hot drops or any other contest happening? ORK Bunny and his team looting peacefully with no one in the vicinity, except I can't be really sure of RB05 if they're aware about Team 17's position here. So we can see Netic and his team Argus, as they call themselves, is looting the southern part of the hospital. So and the northern Georgia Paul is being shared. So like, I mean, Georgia Paul is very popular in ITG, it seems. So yeah, Gabru is here. So Gabru was 3-man, and I think Roy lost his life earlier. Who took the kill? Did he drown himself, or was he AFK or something? I don't know, I'm not sure. We missed that part, but Roy unfortunately is not in the game. So as you can see, the phase 1 has taken its placement in the northeastern part of the map, and team Tainted Reality is doing their rotation all the way through the northern side of Pochinki, and heading from, let's reduce the volume so that you can hear me properly here. We'll turn on the notch when we see any fight happening. So yeah, we see some early shots, some shots being fired from Aviril onto the rotations made by Argus here, where they're coming all the way from the southern part of the hospital, which is this area, and making their way inside the zone. So as you can see, they're going through, like all of the teams, a lot of teams are preferring the path on the Pancake and the Rich Complex area, which is usually taken by Teg eSports, and they make choke point here, taking the kills in the process. So like it, Pratik has figured out that this can be the choke point. You see a lot of teams crossing. It takes sprays on Rish. Rish evades the spray. Valentoni is the next to suffer the sprays from like it, Pratik, but unfortunately he wasn't able to connect a single bullet on Darth Vader and his team, Valentoni and Darth Vader. They successfully managed to pass that choke safely. I'll stream sniper also with his like they're trying to cut rotations here, which is kind of going after no one has yet successfully cut the rotations. And everyone is kind of peacefully in the 4-man, Harsh Creator, Shriram, INX Legend, Twitch Chick OP, taking the first. Okay, so he has a DMR without a scope here. Quite unfortunate for Harsha. Alright, you see the kill ranking no one has secured, though we see ORK is not. I'm not sure what has the cause been for. Alright, so that I think he fell. Let's investigate. Let's make an investigation. He pressed F too early, I guess by mistake, and yeah, he wants to drown himself. Doesn't want to give anyone points. So yeah, Rish Argus has taken the southern side for making their rotation inside the zone, which is I mean they'll be going through farm here. Let's spectate them and let's look at the map around them. So this area is pretty clear for them to rotate. We see a lot of fuss happening on the central part of the zone. We see TGS taking the garage and the triple. They've parked their cars very safely inside, protecting their precious assets, which will be helpful in making rotations in the next phases. Okay, Salman secures another kill for his team. Let's look at the kill leaderboard. Salman, okay, he got a knock, he didn't finish him yet. Let's rotate the camera and see where we can find that unfortunate. So, alright, so he did knock, and yep, that gives Team NLG, I believe, 2 points here in the. I mean, before the phase 1 has started. This fight is taking place in the blue, which is going to make it difficult for Team 2, which is Team NLG, to make their rotations inside. I believe they should be choosing the zone. Man, does he have a car around him? Yes, he does. Now it's just a matter of yes, he decided to make a move inside the zone, which is a wise decision, if I should say. Okay, so Mutanted and his team, which I believe is Team Bajrangal, if I'm not wrong, is making the rotation inside from Pichinki. We see Broadsword, Rohit and his team approaching from the northern side of the zone here. Gamer CEO and his team holding the uphill, holding the higher grounds in the zone, which is Stalbot. But they soon gonna run out. So I don't think so they will be staying any longer in this part of the zone. So let's analyze the zone. What do you say, guys? What will the next zone be? This is already phase 2 here with 60 people alive. We're 10 minutes inside the match. And we already saw 3 kills happening. So 3 people have already left us. And yeah, we will not forget ORK's member getting drowned in water because I think of an F spam. ORK now only 3 people strong, infected, unfortunately died very far from his team and was irrecoverable. So we see here the Stonehill, which a lot of people call Stonehill. I'm not sure of the other name which people call it, has been in total control of Team 13 here, which is the Mongolians, is taking shots on Team 1, which is 4 randoms. 4 randoms, they loot Yasnaya. So I think it was a very neat and easy move from Yasnaya to capture almost the central part of the zone. Team 15 we see has acquired Yasnaya's triple, the C block, and the 5 apps. So we see NLG, who was taking fights in the containers in the container area, has already reached inside the zone very safely, giving Salman already 4 kills under his belt, providing 4 points for his team here. Alright, so we see the next fight is growing up. I believe it should be near. I like it. Yes, he's at the edge of the zone. Let's figure out where he is. Yes, Redrix did decide to move away from that fight in his bike. But the same cannot be said for Lalantoni and his team, who have this. I think they have heard Team 7 make some noise here while they were trying to shoot at Red Rex. And from the smokes, taking cover from the behind side, from the museum side. I think they did lose a tire while they parked their cars in the open. Team 9 actually. Legends team was very smart in disabling the tires for Team 17 here. Well, there goes Valentoni and his team, the crippled car. Team 9 also up, alright, yeah. So we see the next zone, phase 3 has taken its turn towards the northern side, leaving a lot of teams who were holding the boundaries of, the outer circumference of the zone have been kicked out. So gamers here have been very lucky, they just had to move below the hill. Oh my god, we see our they are now rotating from the northern side. This is that team which rotated all the way from hospital, went through the farm side, and now they are in the northern part of the zone, acquiring the central estate. This move has been very punishing for Dick and his team. Though there's still 3 people strong here. We see the next fight is going to be. So the next fight, I believe, is going to be between Team 2. They both were in Georgia Paul. Mansab is on front side, who is exposed to Netic if he finds that good angle. Okay, so Gamer has jumped into the fight here. They were coming down from Stalber, and the team, still 3 people strong, has completely decided to crash into Yasna. They've been very lucky with finding this apartment empty and available for their team to take. So Sudhesh Shetty and Badal finds themselves in good luck. Though Gamer CEO is still outside the zone, he needs to make a cross. Will Bharat and Natik, okay, so Natik and Bharat already have their own problems to deal with. So I think Gamer and yeah, okay, so there goes. Gamer's ride is here. He's going home safe today. No one is losing their lives from Gamer CEO's team at this point. So we see Mansab and Hora. I mean, the top fragger of the team, Salman, is already dead here. Horaus, Mansab making their move inside Yasnaya, as they're acquiring more and more territory, more and more safe points. They're clearing the buildings together. Let's check out other teams here. Kaushik and Dazzle taking some shots over, I believe, Redrex. They must have spotted him, or yeah. Okay, so they're taking shots towards Gabru, Hades, and Ghostly Boy, who have managed to acquire themselves this. Where are they? Yeah, they're here. They have managed to acquire themselves this Wizard Tower and the shipping crate. It's a good spot to hold in the map for 2 people. Ample amount of cover, no one can easily push, it's in the open. So I believe they've been very lucky in finding themselves this spot. Let's see if the zone will favor their decision. Waiting for the zone. Yes, they're inside the zone. So I mean, I can strongly say, I can firmly say this, like Gabru, Hades and Ghostly Boy can take a lot of kills of the teams who are trying to enter inside the zone, especially the teams here, Team 7, Team 7, who they're already involved themselves in the fight. They're fighting each other. We see Aviral and RJ knock Scar on the hill, providing cover. Bunny is the only guy who's alive. Scar finishes their kill on Lalantoni, leaving Bunny alone in the fields behind that haystack roll alone. Scar took some damage from Bunny, I guess, but fortunately he was able to finish him. It was very nice shooting from Scar there. So let's see. It's the zone has been is actually a mixture of the Yasna buildings here and. One second. Yeah, the Yasna buildings are in the open field. TGS, we got Translucent. There's still 4 people strong with no kills under them. Oh, that was a very nice spray from Kaushik. He wasn't able to. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the knock on Geekgod. He makes it inside very safely. Though the same cannot be said for Translucent. He did lose a life. Red Rex is in a lot of trouble here. We have 2 people already entering from God Squad inside his safe haven, which is not anymore, which cannot be said anymore. So Red Rex needs to defend his building against 2 players. So as you can see, Red Rex still alive with 3 people inside the I think he's trying not to give any footsteps. It's a quick W spam to hide his footsteps here, guys. Learn this trick. Very useful when you're camping, when you're trying to conceal your movement. So Bharat and Natik still made it alive out of that ruckus which they were facing from team 2, and Horos and Mansab as well. So that leaves 2 for Argus and 2 for NLG. We see a lot of fight brewing around this corner in Yasnaya here. So team 13 has spotted, and that's a very brilliant spray on Sandy Gamer. That's Crusaders having that trouble finding themselves. Oh, okay, there goes Crusaders. Ends their journey at the 9th spot. I believe they had no kills under them, so that's kind of a no point game for them in this match here today. Red Rex, I think Unforgiven, yeah, they did find Red Rex. Geek God was the one to finish Red Rex here. Natik and Bharat waiting for that perfect opportunity to sneak on Vanok and his team. Vanok, I believe, will hear the footsteps as he's the closest. Alright, so I think this has provided the perfect opportunity for Natik and Bharat to make a move inside and crawl onto Vanok's and his team's, Tainted Realities safe haven here. They are not safe anymore. They have 2 enemies right under them. Since this building has no roof, they have only 3 exits, 2 behind and 1 in the front, which is being watched by Natik and Bharat. I believe this is going to be a very good opportunity for Natik to find some kills for his team. Yes, he did find Kaushik. Kaushik spots him, goes behind that stairs, takes cover. Natik finds that knock on Kaushik. That's in for the trade. Oh, where are we, man? Come on, PUBG. Cannot miss this moment. Kaushik gets a res here. Natik also knocked down. Vano tried to jump outside from the balcony. Okay, so we have someone behind. Okay, Man Sahab and Horos again in the fight here. So they decided to drop that fight and go inside the zone. Natik, Bharat unfortunately lost this fight. Hey, come on, man. Sandwich knock will be out to give the point to Dazzle. Dazzle was the one to take that. Tejas Unforgiven, the last man standing. Will he be able to stop this move from Kaushik and Dazzle here? Vanok did lose his life to Bharat, I believe. Alright, so on the other side, the danger was not over for Team 3 here. Mansab did get knocked. That was a really brave trade from Dazzle. From Kaushik. House throws in that molly inside the smoke, believing there should be someone crossing that area, but Kaushik still inside that corner. There goes Unforgiven. Very nice. The shots, I believe, being fired by Hades here. Hades mostly. That goes really well with each other. Ghostly mostly. So we believe 27. I think we have like 8 people alive in 5 teams. 27 minutes into the match, and we have Horaus, Mansab here. Mansab did get a res. He's alive, very much alive on his feet, with helmet which is broken. So forgiven, unforgiven. He's not forgiven yet. So is hiding behind that. You see that flash? Will it make him deaf? I'm sure it won't make him blind here. Okay, so this nade needs to be perfectly placed. Yeah, that's an underhand throw, underhand curve throw. That's very nice. Sriram creating trouble for Mansav and Horaus to make it inside the zone. Sriram, I believe, is the last guy standing from his team. Team already has 8 kills. Sriram himself contributed 3 points in that bottom line. We see Scar and I Like It Pratik holding the western side of the zone. Sorry, the eastern side of the zone. Whereas Like It Pratik has sneaked really close Sriram, but that move will be punished by Gabru. That gives Gabru 3 points. Now that's a red dot kill from Ghostly. Mansab took some shots on Ghostly, but he wasn't able to get that knock on him. He is safe behind that cover. Terry is also trying to move inside the zone, making a wall of smokes. That's a very nice spam from Sriram. Okay, so he had that angle over Hades. So there we have 4 people alive in 3 teams. 1 Ghostly, 2 from I think Mansa will also lose his life. That's 1v1v1. That's going to be very interesting fight. I think Horaus will find Sriram here. I think Sriram is not aware of. Yes, he is not aware. There goes 11 kills on team 2. That's fabulous. Ghostly boy gives him too much damage. Now I mean, in this, after giving so much damage, I think he knows that he'll go for that heal, and he will lose that vision over Ghostly Boy's last known position to him. Though he does find him immediately. He has 6 times scope, and Ghostly is still using that red dot. No, he is using 6 times as well. That's a very fair 1v1 fight here. And there goes Ghostly finds that chicken dinner with that amazing mini kill, last kill of the game. Horaus versus Ghostly, and Ghostly wins the match. That gives Gabru chicken dinner with 4 kills, 14 points onto them. Let's move on to the next match, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go on a short break now. Alright, so we are back, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ITG eSports India's SCRIM stream here. Let's look at the plane path. It's going from Jharki all the way to Sosnovka's island. Let's see if we see the same kind of play coming out from the teams. It depends, completely depends on the zone. We're seeing same number of teams approaching the same locations. It's the four randoms and Crusaders approaching their usual spot, which is towards the Asnaf. The God Squad approaching Rozak. The Mongolians, I believe, is approaching School Apps. The second pussy split has been taken by team INX Legend here. Salman very early on with that tap from SLR onto M9911. So again we see three teams contesting contesting South Georgia Bowl. This time we have only one team in the northern side. All right, so the zone is here, guys. The zone has been I mean it's I mean a lot of teams are outside, so it's going to be hard time for them to make the rotations inside. But let's see how the teams will play out. This is going to be, I mean, in this kind of a zone, there are only very few entry points, making it in the northern part of this zone, which is divided by this Yasnaya river. So we have this spot. We have two bridges on Rosa and one the Yasnaya up the main push. Otherwise, the team needs to make an early rotation going all the way from the starboard side and push in the zone. The teams which are going to rotate from the southern side, which will decide to rotate from this area especially, is going to face a lot of problem while they're going inside. A lot of people will spray on them to stop and grab some kills here. Though the farthest team from the zone, I believe, is going to be the blue here. So we have to see how they play out in this. I mean, what kind of a rotation path they will take. Though M9911 is quite unlucky in this game, he took shots from Salman early on while he was trying to capture that car. Now Red Rex finds him knock. I believe this is okay. Geek God did find a knock on. I mean, he did find a kill, but whom did he kill? He killed Scar from Crusaders. So I believe Crusader has been very close. Salt Bay also following the footsteps of Scar here. Did hear Translucent? I believe Translucent has heard him as well. Very clear footsteps, very clear cue for him to make it. Okay, so he decides to fall back. I mean, why did he go there in the first place? I don't understand. Where are we? We want to focus on Fresh. He has been our MVP. Okay, it's a very nice drive-by over Mansab and Royal. That's an intense, very excellent presentation of sprays from M4 in a drive-by on on Mansab and Royal Beast. Mansab still knocked, finding himself having some cover behind that buggy. Rish is returning to finish his kill, I believe. Natik Argus in a very offensive. Okay, so yeah, that's one way to secure that kill. Unfortunately, Horaus and Salman couldn't do anything about it. Salman, I believe, was very far when this all happened. Yes, they did lose our two members, and Argus was the one to successfully take them. Rish, to be very specific, took both the kills on NLG's team members. Horaus, Mansab and Royal Beast. So we see the team from Yasna taking that usual, very obvious spot, the northern part. They're going to stop in to repel their loot. And I'm going to focus on them. We're going to see some cars going across the fields. The teams have started to make their rotations. You see Harsha Kratos and the team approaching Savarni here. Let's boil down the volume so that you can hear me clearly as I'm So yeah, like as we were talking about Team Gabru's rotation here, they will take the Rosa Bridge and Salt Bay. I think he did leave the first so that he can take shots on the rest of the team. And I believe as Hades was trying to make that rotation, he did spot Salt Bay and Hill Scream. I think it's just a precautionary measure which we're taking to approach this bridge. Okay, so two of them are safely inside. It is Roy. Roy is very far behind, chasing onto his team. He will catch up very soon. Should believe these two guys should not create any problem. Sandy Gamer is knocked and is finished by Sudhish Shetty. Okay, so Wades now will create the problem for Solbay and Hellscream. Hellscream, though, finds himself safe behind that cover. Okay, so we see the distribution of teams inside the zone. The South George teams have decided to take the fights in the grounds where they have landed. They're not proceeding to the safe zone here. I mean, they're not taking any major spots inside the zone. Alright, so Harsha Kratos and INX Legend decided to crash on the compound held by 4 randoms. Blank Sama. Oh, Legend gets a knock on Blank Sama. Key Trap coming in for the trade and wins that fight with that drop shot. But Fat Ninja finds him and finishes him there and there itself. Fat Ninja with that. Okay, so let's observe Hades. He did manage to kill Eaglefly, mutant on the run, finds himself behind that tree as a savior with 10 HP, saves him from that shots from coming in from Ghostly and Hades. Hades and Ghostly on the move, I believe, as they are no longer inside the zone. The zone has shifted towards the northern part of the map, covering grounds from Charki, northern Georgopol. A little bit of shooting range, outside of shooting range, I believe, not shooting range exactly. So this is going to be an interesting zone with almost 40% of the area inside water. I'm counting this also as 1%. So yeah, so that's there. The teams are moving in, all of them, as you can see on your screens. So yeah, Georgopol, this team is still stuck. B-Fox, Lalantoni, ORK Infected. ORK eSports is the name of their team, is fighting with Team 11 here. Team 11 is, I believe, called, wait, let me check. Team 11 is called Formula Gaming. Yes, so Formula Gaming is taking a fight with ORK eSports here. Wow cost. In Formula Gaming is still 4 people alive. They have 3 points which they can take while they're exiting Georgopol. I think Baukost will not have any angle, will not have any advantage over Lalan here. Lalan is the last guy remaining. They already have 4 kills under them. He's hiding in that corner of okay, so Rish finds Salman. Rish finds Salman, knocks him down with that molly. Finishes. I think he was, yes, he was holding the spot for Team Energy to make a move, I think. So the zone, a lot of teams have made it inside. Gabru is fighting with. Where are they? Yeah, they are fighting Team God Squad, which is hiding inside the tunnel. Okay, so the two members are crawling in. This smoke will provide some kind of a blanket, vision block for the God Squad. And which they didn't get a knock. Roy burned the knock alive to. So I think he's gonna block. Yes, he is gonna block the entrance. He's gonna explode that car. Yes, he will. I think it's not enough. He needs another car to block that entrance. Sandwich Slayer will not find himself out of this tunnel anytime soon. Yes, he is sealed and locked inside that tunnel forever now. So let's look at the zone. Let's see how teams have decided what zones, what areas they have taken. Team 6, Mutanted, Mafia, Bitcoin, and Desi Katta have taken the hard compound in the southern part of the zone, taking some shots over RJ. I like it, Pratik, as they are making their rotations. Van Hook, you can see. Let's find Van Hook on the map. Dazzle Van Hook is holding the western part, the western compounds with the warehouse here. This is one of the only compounds on the T section here near Jharki. They are exchanging some shots with Team 14. Right there we see Team 11 Formula Gaming escaping from South Georgia Paul. After hearing those shots coming from Kaushik's team from Tainted Reality over Team 14. Oh, right. So Roy doesn't want to take any chances. He's pouring down as many cards as possible down that throat of this bunker here. It's already 3 cars down. I don't know how many cars he can fill in more. I think he'll fetch some cars. There's a bike here. The final piece, I mean the cherry on the cake is going to be that bike. So yeah, we see here Argus has been providing us with some top-notch performance and top-notch shows here. Rish already with 5 kills. He has been the MVP. Will he get a knock? Oh, Sicko mode, very lucky. Managed to get inside with barely any HP on himself. Though Argus is holding the higher grounds in this scenario. But those guys have very hard cover, very profound cocoon around them, which will disable them from making getting any knocks from Argus if they don't do any stupid moves where they find themselves getting knocked by Team Argus. So Team 14. Team 3 was very passionate to get some knocks on 14, left the hard compound, the hard cover they had, and had to lose 2 people in that process. Kaiser was the one to find that kill on the 2 members of Tainted Reality. Nuke Dark X and Van Hook lose that. Alright, so we see Argus on a killing rampage here. Bharat finds that knock, finds a knock on Rick Bin Dude, I believe, and Painte. is shooting from behind that ridge. You got those footsteps, multiple footsteps running towards him. And that insane trade from Bharat. And there goes Team Argus here, losing themselves in the fight with Raven SPG. Raven Lupin XG was the one to finish that move from Argus, leaving them 2 men strong here. Yes, Panteq will get that res. They're still 3 people strong. Raven SPG. And with Slayer is what happened with the game. I think I need to give a re here. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold, I'll be back. I'll restart the game. Alright, we are back here after that short break, which the game forced us into taking. So blame the game. Budev taking some shots over Mafia and his team, getting that double peak from Mafia. Budev running back towards safety here. Mutanted and his team did force Budev to take the other route. This is not available for you to come inside, brother. Yes, so T-Caddy and Naso 2 is finding Kaushik and Dazzle running inside the zone in the open. Okay, now they have a fair idea that someone is lurking. Alright, that nade was very good, but will not find Sicko. Sicko running up the stairs.